Hello.
Hello, sir. Good evening,
Yeah.
sir.
So I think last class we prepared second future file, second scenario with multiple data, right? And we ran this future file in runner class, and we copied all the definition steps into this definition step the class also, right? And we're implementing the code, I think. Yes. So we're implementing code. So let us locate for username driver dot find element by dot name value dot send keys. So here we have to assign our argument. What is that argument? Username text box. Username. And this is for passport argument. And then you want to click on button. Okay. Dot click. Suspend tool for a few seconds. Then dot sleep for about 3 seconds. No problem. And last class we verified same verification should be done for this also using if condition. And finally, you want to close the browser. Close. Right? And let us define locator values for submit button. Next for passport. And next for username. Okay. And then we need to define URL of the application. Right. Okay. Na? So once we define this URL, everything, next what to do? Go to runner class and we have to specify glue keyword. You have to specify the path of your definition class, right? So by using keyword called glue, glue is equal to in flower braces, close braces, double quotation, comma, define your package name better, okay? Your package name is step definition. Step definition. And to generate your reports, if you want to generate reports, so we have to use one more plugin. By using plugin, we can generate extends reports also for this. What is that?
Runner.
Right. Okay, na? So make sure that you are maintaining semicolon for that. Monochrome is equal to what happened? Plugin. plugin so and so. And that's the reason tag name is important here, because if you don't specify your tag name, it will execute all the scenarios in that feature file. Okay, make sure that you are specifying respect to tag name. Okay, na? Let me check now. Is it going to execute with all the, suppose if you want test it via testng, suppose if you want run this now, right now we're running via JUnit, I think, right? So we can extend one class here, extend. If it is working, we'll see. Extend or ACT abstract. Let's testng cucumber test. If you want to run this via testng, you have to extend this class. The class name is abstract testng cucumber test. Okay, if it is working. So let's see. Run as. Now I will show you testng if it is available. Still not showing, no problem. Run it via JUnit only. Okay. If it is in some system it will show you. In some other systems it won't be showing you. So now executing first iteration is going on Chrome browser. First it's like that. So it's nothing but we are somewhat we are doing somewhat like cross browser testing also can be done like this way, right?
Yes, sir.
What happened rest of guys? Only two. Now executing on Firefox browser.
Firefox.
So two iteration is one with running with Firefox, one with running Chrome, right?
Chrome browser.
So without Excel file, we are not taking any Excel file here, right? That's all one of way we can do. This is how the way we can use a Cucumber also for multiple data testing. Right? 6 scenarios, 36 steps got executed. So 36 steps are passed. Yes, right click to mouse again.
Reports.
You can see under your Cucumber project, reports. Right click to mouse, open with browser. Okay, you can see all the scenarios, how many times you are done. Okay, it what see the parameter value also to take here. See, given launch URL in Chrome, enter username, it shows username also and shows your password with what you entered. This is one time. Next, second iteration again, we got with Firefox. So it shows every iteration here. Okay, dashboard. It shows the dashboard, complete dashboard here. Pakka report. And if you want to see All the statuses, category, everything is fine. At the same time, go to target folder. Target folder. In this target folder, Cucumber reports, index.html. Open with web browser. So here it shows that, see, the data table also. Whatever data you have taken in a feature file, it has taken, and it shows for every scenario on water. This is one scenario. Second scenario, right? How many scenarios we did? It shows for each and every scenario. Yes or no? It's showing that report for each and every scenario with what data you send here. Parameter values also it shows very clearly. So that is a main purpose of this Cucumber reports also. It will be easy for people to understand what feature file you have been tested also at the same time, right? So that fundamental basics we have. So that's how we can use your Cucumber. At the same time, GitHub. What is basically GitHub means? GitHub is one of the platform. It built the top of Git. Git is server and GitHub is a URL. We can use for local as well as remote copies of your project. We can publish your code to all your team members, and when you want to update, we can make updation there itself. So it can get update to everybody. So when to use this GitHub means when multiple people works on the same project, they can update project details and inform other team members simultaneously, right? Jenkins can also help. Jenkins also help to regularly build the project from remote repository. This helps to keep track of failed builds also. So a lot of advantage we have with GitHub. So maintaining in local system is not a right way, right? So what is repository, software repository in GitHub means? Is the collection, a storage where you can find all your revised version code. When you make changes, everything will be stored in repository. Here we have two types of repository in GitHub. One is called public and one is called private. Public means accessible to all without any restrictions. Private means limit to access to only limited people. Okay, so here what is GitHub? GitHub is a project hosting services to work in a collaboration with the team. It's also a version control system. It's also a version control system. In simple words, GitHub is a central repository where we commit our code. Commit means we push the code into that GitHub. Okay, we have to push it compulsory. So before you work with the GitHub, I told you you should have some accounts in your GitHub. I think you have account in your GitHub. First create account in GitHub using this URL github.com. Okay, and then log into GitHub first. You should log into your GitHub. So once you log into your GitHub, what is your requirement? I want to push this Cucumber project into my GitHub. This Cucumber project into my GitHub means I want store into GitHub. Okay, na? So before you push into your GitHub, first of all, you log into GitHub. First, create one repository in GitHub. So how do you create repository means? Once you log into GitHub, you'll get this page. Here we have a new. Click on new. Okay, repository name. Your repository name, you can maintain any name of your repository. I'm maintaining my repository name as Cucumber. October 2020. Something name for my understanding and giving that name. Okay, so make sure that by default, make sure go to public, don't go private. And then don't worry about all this. Just click on create repository. Now this is a URL, GitHub URL. Okay, Now you want to upload. See, nothing is available in this Git repository. What we want now, we want to push that code, complete project into this repository. What you do, guys, you just copy this, click on it. This is for copy, okay? Click on this. It is copied now. Once you copy this, come back to your Eclipse. Now, in Eclipse also, we need to create repository. In Eclipse also, we need to create repository. Okay? So how to create repository in Eclipse means, so that right click on your project, team, share project. Right click on your project, team, share project. Okay? Share project. And here, check this checkbox. Use or create repository parent folder. Check this checkbox. Okay? Once you check this checkbox, select this location. Select this location. Click on create repository. So it's going to create 7 o'clock automation framework in Eclipse. So click on create repository. And look at here. When I click on finish button, look here, look at the head of your project. When I click on finish, now it is showing that Cucumber framework, no head, right? Now we need to move. See that question marks. When there is a question mark, you have to understand clearly. When there is a question mark for every folder and every package, look at that. We need to understand they are not pushed into repository. Okay. Now what do you want? You want to push this into where? Into your GitHub repository. So for that again, right click on your project. Same team. See, before we have only two options. Share project team, right? Now we got a lot of options. Team, in the team, select commit. So whenever you want to push into GitHub, let's select commit. Select commit. Here it shows unstaged files. See, there are 17 files we have, right? So we want to move them to staged changes. Staged changes. Okay? Move them with this plus icon. Or if you don't find, you can say Control A, drag them, no problem at a time. Or they go plus icon, it's up to you, not a problem. The very important in GitHub, message. Giving message is important. Whatever message you provide here, people can understand what you're sharing. Okay, I am giving October 31. Last class. October 31, 2020. Okay, this message is important. Next time when you push it, it will be, that message is also very important. Now see that commit and push. Click on commit and push. When you click on commit and push, see that already it has taken URL. How it has taken this URL? Because already in GitHub, you clicked on this button, right? Yes or no? That's what it already taken that URL path. Taken URL path. Now try to enter your username and password of your GitHub. Enter your username, authenticate it. Okay. Again, click on next button. Again, it may ask you username. So now it has pushed it. Click on finish. Now again, it will ask you username and password. Which username and password you enter, ma? GitHub username. Click OK. Now it's pushing 57.
So is all this can be seen by the public, sir?
Yeah, public.
Public.
Better to go with public. Let it be get awareness to everyone. ఇది మీరు నా గిటప్ మీ సిస్టమ్ చూడాలంటే ఇప్పుడు నేను షేర్ చేసిన URL, you can see my project అన్నమాట. You can download from this. If I share this URL, It's a GitHub my URL, right? Which I stored in my system. Now go and see here. Refresh here. Click on this project now. Right now, do you have anything shared here? No, right? You just click on this is the name of this is a repository name, right? Click on that. So that you can see the complete project has been uploaded into your GitHub అన్నమాట.
repository.
ఇది మీరు డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకుంటే how you download it means that code. Open this code. You can see download zip file. We can open in GitHub in desktop also. ఈ షేర్ చేసుకోవచ్చు URL. This is a URL we can share. అంటే మీ కోడ్ని everything stored into GitHub. Not need to store into Gmails and all that. This message చూడండి October 31 so and so. If one say any files చాలా మంది ఎట్లా చూసుకోవాలి అంటే ఓపెన్ చేసుకోండి SRC టెస్ట్ జావా అని రాసాం మనం SRC టెస్ట్ జావా సో దట్ డెఫినేషన్ స్టెప్ డెఫినేషన్ ఫస్ట్ కోడ్ మళ్ళీ లాగిన్ విత్ మల్టిపుల్ డేటా కోడ్ అంతా ఇక్కడ ఉంటుంది.
సార్ ఇప్పుడు మనం ఇది ఈ URL మనము ఎవరికైనా షేర్ చేస్తే దే కెన్ లాగిన్ విత్ దేర్ అకౌంట్ అండ్ దే కెన్ డౌన్లోడ్ ద ప్రాజెక్ట్ కదా అండ్ దే కెన్ ఆల్సో సీ ఆన్లైన్ లైక్
ఎవ్రీథింగ్ నో నీడ్ లాగిన్ దే కెన్ డైరెక్ట్లీ URL పంపించారు అనుకోండి యూ కెన్ డైరెక్ట్లీ ఓపెన్ మై ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఇన్ యువర్ సిస్టమ్ అంతే. You can directly open in a system. No need to log in.
So we can upload any number of projects, sir.
How many you want to upload, amma?
Okay. The free account, but do we have any limits?
Suppose I came to office today, and assume that see that when you upload anything into GitHub, symbols alone type. Suppose I came to office today, I'm creating one more class here. For example, one more, say runner class, runner 3, and I created one more class. Suppose we created one more class here. And do you think that this class is existing in the, see that? Question mark. It won't be in the GitHub. So how to upload this into GitHub again now? Today you want to leave office or you want to upload it, leave it. Right click mouse on that class, no problem. Team. Commit. Always commit. Only one class we have. Push it. So you got a message. Now you have to give message. New
runner Java class.
New runner class created. Okay. Commit and push. It will ask your username and password. Try to enter your username and password. Okay, click on close. Now go to your GitHub. Refresh it again. When you refresh it again, automatically you get a message that new class, new runner class created 32 seconds ago, 6 minutes ago we uploaded some information. We get information. What if you click on that, it shows what the class you created. That this is the class we created, right? Okay. Any modifications you want, do it in the Eclipse. Immediately upload to your GitHub before leaving office. Roach chesko practice chesko, but before leaving you upload it to your GitHub and leave, no problem. That facility we have. Okay na? So that is how we can use your GitHub also. We can manage your projects in GitHub also very clearly. Like that we can store again any project, any other projects you want, push it. Push them. First, create repository. Suppose you want to push this project. What do you do? I don't want to disturb this project. I don't want to disturb in the same project. What to do now?
Create the new repository.
Again, for how many you want separate, create again one new repository, no problem. Without disturbing. Don't keep on pushing all the projects into same repository. Okay. How many you want, create it, no problem, no restrictions. You go on creating your repositories. How many you want, and then you can push them in your respective repository also.
So ఇప్పుడు కంపెనీకి ఒక గిట్హబ్ అకౌంట్ ఉంటే ఆల్ టీమ్ మెంబర్స్ అందరూ అదే గిట్హబ్ అకౌంట్ కి ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ అనేది ఫార్వర్డ్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు కదా సార్. సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు కీప్ అప్ టు డేట్ అండ్ డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకొని చేంజెస్ చేసుకుంటాం.
ఓకేనా?
సో దీనివల్ల ఇది ఒకటే యూస్ సార్ గిట్హబ్ వల్ల?
That's the repository, storage ante.
Storing.
Nothing more we do that. And then wait statements, WebDriver wait statements. Especially we are using thread.slip so far. Instead of thread.slip, we have to go with WebDriver wait state. We have to avoid that thread.slip. Why this? Look at that. Most of the web applications are developed using Java and JavaScript. When page is loaded by the browser, the elements which you want to interact with may load at different interval times. Here, Ajax, asynchronous, JavaScript and XML. Asynchronous JavaScript and XML allows web page to retrieve small amount of data from the server without reloading the entire page. Ajax technology, it won't allow. Only you can say only one particular element will be reloading in runtime. Instead of reloading the whole page, it reload only the particular element in the web page. So in that situation, what happens? It is Selenium will never wait even 1 second, even half second also. Now, not only it makes this difficult to identify element, but also if element is not located, it will throw an element not visible exception. Element not visible exception. So to overcome these problems, we are using explicit and implicit and fluent wait. These are three waits we have. Implicit, we can use anywhere. Implicit wait statement will tell WebDriver to wait for a certain amount of time before it throws no such element exception. Here the default time is 0 second. So once we set the time, WebDriver will wait for that time before throwing an exception. So we have to use driver.manage.timeout. Implicitly and define your time in seconds. Time unit dot seconds. And we can use at the beginning of the code. Wherever you're writing, we can use at the beginning of the code based on your business point of view. We did data-driven framework. Instead of using thread.slip, no need of saying thread.slip here. Use at the beginning of the code. At the beginning of the code, here itself we can specify driver.manage.timeout. Implicitly wait for 30. 30 is time unit dot time unit dot seconds. అంటే దీనివల్ల ఉపయోగం ఏంటంటే how many elements you are located here, how many elements you located here, 10 or 20 or 30 or 2 or 3 or it will wait for all these elements whenever these elements are not for Selenium during runtime. Okay, But advantage here is with this implicit explicit wait statements, what advantage we have ante, you define 30 seconds. Suppose Selenium found that element in 2 seconds, assume that. It won't wait remaining 28 seconds. It comes out of it. That's one of the good advantages. Whereas in thread.sleep, it is not like that. If you define 30 seconds, what will happen? Selenium will, even element is found or not found also, Selenium will suspend tool for 30 seconds completely. That's what we are going to waste our execution time using thread.sleep. But using these statements, we can save our time also at the same time. So we can use anywhere in beginning of the code after launching URL. Why I'm saying after launching URL we must use this, because after launching URL only your elements will get loaded, right? 100% your elements will load from after launching URL only, not before that. So in that cases, we can use wherever you want at the beginning of the code instead of thread.sleep. Why I'm using thread.sleep for an observation point of view. Otherwise, Selenium tool is very fast. We can't observe what it's doing. That's a good disadvantage. For your observation, we are using thread.sleep so far. But real time, we don't allow thread.sleep. We can directly implement that statement also at the same time. Use main method anywhere, not a problem. Web driver, some object, driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Driver dot get method. You want to click this sign in, right? Right click to mouse, inspect element. Right click to mouse, copy full X path. No problem. Driver dot find element by dot X path value dot click. Full X path I copied. Okay. And after that, you want to enter email ID. Right click to mouse, inspect element. Name is equal to login. Driver dot find element by dot name value dot send the keys at the rate of gmail.com. Name is equal to passport. Name is equal to login. Let's go with complete X path, copy, inspect. Let us copy the complete X path, full X path for this especially. Okay, just written a code something like this. Now let me specify URL. Let me run this code.
Sir, password correct.
Oh, okay, no problem. We gave wrong password only. '84. What happened? No such element. Exceptional. Why? Give name only, right? Oh. Name is equal to not login, I think. Is it name is equal to login?
Yes.
Right, Amma? Inspect element. Name is equal to login, correct?
Login.
Yes. Then why it is not able to locate it? That's the reason we are using thread.sleep, right? See, have you observed that? When you click on this sign in, it's at least it's taking now it's showing immediately. But when you load first time, when application loading first time, when you click on this, at least it's taking 1 second, half second time to load this page. Look at that. Minimum, at least half second it's taking to load this. Immediately this is not available. So that's the reason we're using thread.sleep so far. So what I mean to say, instead of using thread.sleep, go with implicit wait statement driver dot manage dot timeout dot implicitly wait for 30 seconds. What is that? Time units dot seconds. Now let me check it out. If you use thread.sleep for 30 seconds, your tool will be suspended. But it won't wait for 30 seconds now. See, once now, immediately entering or not? Within seconds, see that. And if you use thread.sleep for 30 seconds, it will wait and then input that value. Wasting your execution time or not? Nothing but you're wasting your execution time, right? So like that, we need to use this explicit, implicit wait statement wherever you require. No restrictions. Okay, na? After URL is implicit and after URL launch. Explicit statement we can use only for specific element. We can define for any specific element in a web page. Implicit is for all elements. Implicit is for all elements. It will wait for all elements in that web page. But explicit wait statement works for specific element which you define, for which element you define. Okay. So the explicit wait is used to tell WebDriver to wait for certain conditions or maximum time exiting before throwing element not visible exception. Element not visible, element kanapadatledan meaning. It's a kind of intelligent kind of wait, but it can be applied only for specified elements. It gives better options than implicit wait also at the same time. So when you want to use explicit means we have to define object for WebDriver object and using one class expected condition class, we need to access number of methods. There are 18 methods we have. We can use for the same. I don't want implicit statement here. So, the element I want to use for username. Then what color? I want to use for this username, password, login it, identity wait JavaScript. If anything is not found to Selenium, wait, no problem. Implicit is for all elements. Explicit, which element you define, for that it will work. So first we have to create object for WebDriver wait class. WebDriver wait, some object wait is equal to new WebDriver wait. Your driver object is driver. Timeout in, say for example, 30 seconds. Define more time, no problem. We know we have advantage. What advantage, ma? It won't wait for your given time. Kada? Whenever element spawn, it comes out of it immediately. Now, I want to ask Selenium to wait for this username text box first. I want to ask Selenium to wait for username text box. If username text box is not found, if it is not visible to Selenium, wait for it. Now, use condition. Wait dot until. We use one special class here, expected conditions class. Expected conditions. Expected conditions dot. 18 methods we have. Visibility. Is it element is visible or not? Not visible. Suppose if it's not visible, see. Visibility of element located. Visibility of element located until it is visible to you. Wait for that. By dot. Wait, located by dot name value. Same name locator. You're asking for which element to wait? For username text box to wait. Yes. Even we'll ask for password also. We'll ask Selenium before inputting into password text box. And if it's not visible to you, wait. If it's not visible to you, wait. And for button clicking, this is button clicking only, I think. This one, clicking this button. I don't want to visible to clickable I use. Use not lot of methods. Wait dot until expected conditions dot element to be clickable. Element to be clickable. అంటే అది క్లిక్ లేక అంటే క్లిక్ చేయడానికి కనపడకపోతే వెయిట్ చేస్తుంది. బై దేంతో మనము బై డాట్ ఎక్స్పాత్ by dot xpath. So we need to copy this xpath of that. ఇది కాదు కదా xpath. ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి? ఇట్ షుడ్ క్లిక్ కదా డాట్ క్లిక్. ఇట్లా implicit wait for all elements, explicit waits for which element you define. నువ్వు చెప్పిన ఎలిమెంట్ వాడు వెళ్తాను. Let's see. It will be very fast. అంటే మన కోసం వెయిట్ చేయదు అక్కడ. Thread dot slip కాదు. That's what thread dot slip for observation. We're using thread dot slip every time. So, a second. See, is it waiting at least after that? It is waiting for at least 1 second. So, enta fast code. And we can save our execution time. We can save our execution time. So whenever we get invalid, we know how to capture this message. We know how to capture it when you give invalid password or something else, right? We know how to capture that as a message. like that. That is also one of the main purpose of this wait statements. That's what difference చూసుకుంటే implicit wait is applied to all elements in the script అన్నమాట. Explicit wait is applied only to those elements which are intended by us. In implicit wait, we did not specify any conditions kada, to be located and all that. But in explicit, we need to specify expected conditions on the elements to be located. It is recommended to use when elements are located with the time frame specified in implicit wait. It is recommended to use when elements are taking long time to load and also for verifying the properties of elements like visibility of element located, element to be clickable, methods verify చేసుకున్నప్పుడు వాడుకోవచ్చు, no problem. That's the main difference between that and this. Okay, so that we can keep on using in the previous example మనం రాసిన ప్రతి కోడ్కి వాడుకోవచ్చు మీరు, no problem. Okay na, no restriction. But see, it's very very fast when you run the code. మనకు అంత చిక్కదు. We want that way in execution real time kada. Here we are practicing first time, you have to observe, you should know what is happening. Andukane thread dot sleep we have been using all the time, so that it won't wait even 1 second once the element is found, so that excuse me. Okay na? Like that we can use this various topics in ma. So whatever I have, I gave you guys, but I thought to take yesterday last class we had a problem. Suddenly I have a problem with internet.
So what is fluid wait, sir? Fluid
wait is nothing but when you want to specify for every 2 seconds your element is loading ma. Every 2 seconds your element is loading in runtime. Assume that up to every 2 seconds you want to ask your Selenium to wait. Every 2 seconds.
For each element.
Okay. Yes. In that case, we can define fluent wait. That's rare case. Ajax elements never work.
Sir, database testing kuda cover cheyandi sir. Chaala mandi adugutunnaru. Just basics aina parledu sir. Not today, but
yeah, I'll mail chestunna meeku. Maybe it possible by next Saturday gaani Friday gaani. మీకు మెయిల్ పెడతాను, యూ కెన్ అటెండ్ దట్. వేరే బ్యాచ్ కూడా ఇంకా గిట్ హబ్ చెప్పాలమ్మా?
కాదు సార్, గిట్ హబ్ ఇంతకుముందు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశారు కదా సార్. గిట్ హబ్ అకౌంట్ మనము సివిలో పెట్టుకోవచ్చా సార్? మనము ఇప్పుడు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తున్నాం కదా ఈ ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్స్ అని మనం అప్లోడ్ చేసి గిట్ హబ్ అకౌంట్ సివిలో పెట్టుకుంటే దే కెన్ ఏబుల్ టు వ్యూ కదా మన కోడ్ అంతా.
Everything is accessible, na?
So one more thing I wanted to ask, ISTQB certification అడుగుతున్నారు సార్. ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఒక 20 కంపెనీస్ చూస్తే 15 కంపెనీస్ వరకే ISTQB certification కంపల్సరీ మ్యాండేటరీ టైప్ అంటున్నారు. సో వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ సార్?
ISTQB అనేది మనం మాన్యువల్ టెస్టింగ్ మాత్రమే, అది బేసిక్ సర్టిఫికేషన్ మా. అది మీరు మన దగ్గర అయితే లేదు ఇప్పుడు ప్రస్తుతానికి. మీరు ఎక్కడ ఉంటున్నారమ్మా? యుఎస్?
న్యూజిలాండ్ సార్.
అక్కడ అవుతున్నారు కానీ ఇక్కడ ఇండియన్ కంపెనీస్ అడగట్లేదు. కానీ
ఇండియన్ కంపెనీస్ కొన్ని కంపెనీస్ అడుగుతున్నాయి సార్. ఇక్కడైతే ఆల్మోస్ట్ అన్ని కంపెనీస్కి అది కంపల్సరీ లాగుంది. సో మీకు ఏమైనా సైట్స్ అలా తెలుసా? అసలు ప్రాసెస్ ఏంటి సార్ దానికి?
అది సర్టిఫికేషన్ అమ్మా. అంటే ఇట్ ఇస్ లైక్ మల్టిపుల్ చాయిస్ కోసం 70% రావాల్సి వస్తుంది మనకు. అది కొంతమంది రాసేలు కూడా ఉంటారు బయట. But I need to find that candidates. Choose some current anybody is available, I will intimate you.
Okay sir. Okay.
That gives something cost 10,000 or 12,000. International అయితే కొంచెం కాస్ట్ ఎక్కువ అవుతుందేమో, ఏం నాకు తెలియదు అది. బట్ if you have, if any guy like that, I will communicate with you. Okay nama? చేయండి ఇంకా అవన్నీ maximum whatever we did, I did everything. Whatever possibilities I have done my level best. Okay, database ki I will comment some other batch Saturday, next Saturday and Friday and pettukuntanama. Appudu meeku kuda mails pettanu, please attend that batch. Database ఓకేనా
సార్ మీకు మెయిల్ చేయొచ్చా సార్ మధ్యలో ఏమైనా ఇట్లా అప్లై చేసేటప్పుడు ఏదైనా డౌట్స్ కోసం అలా
చేయండి అమ్మా, నో ప్రాబ్లం, మెయిల్ మీ, నో ఇష్యూ. ఓకేనా?
ఓకే సార్.
Okay, all of you, wish you all the best, all of you guys. Thanks for your cooperation and have a bright future to all of you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All of you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And if you are satisfied with my course, you can keep on referring your friends to my batches. Okay?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay na?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay ma, see you, bye bye.
Thank you,
I'll
sir. Bye,
bet
sir.
you'll be
Thank
going
you,
through
sir.
mails kadama, mails వెళ్తుంటారు కదా మీరు అప్పుడప్పుడు.
Yes, sir.
Please go with that
Yes,
mails. I'll send you.
Yeah,
Regarding,
actually.
I'll send you the date. You can attend that time and date. Okay na? All of you.
Okay, sir. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay ma.
Almost next week ఉంటుందా సార్? ఎనీ ఫ్రైడే or
ఇదే
Saturday?
ఈ వీక్ మ్యాక్సిమం, ఈ వీక్ ఫ్రైడే మార్నింగ్ కానీ లేదంటే ఈవినింగ్ కానీ ప్లాన్.
Okay.
ఓకే
Thank you, sir.
ఓకే
Thank you,
రైట్.
sir.